I'm the creator of the new website Christianarchism.com, and I'd like to spend a few minutes telling you about our site. Christianarchism is what one might call a double compound word. The name is a wordplay on Christian anarchism, which is the advocacy of adherence to the word of Christ, the law of God, instead of government, the laws of man. But it also reads as Christianarchism, archism meaning rule. And what that means is that Christ is the only king. The common perception of anarchy today is chaos, lawlessness, and violence. But in fact, anarchy simply means no government. There's still law, justice, and accountability under anarchy, governed by the non-aggression principle and common law. There are various forms of claims to anarchism, some in fact coincidentally and errantly endorsing a state. To be specific, we endorse anarcho-capitalism, or the totally free market without any forms of state protectionism or interference or involuntary force. To be clear, we advocate a peaceful transition to anarchism or stateless society. Only through an intellectual revolution, enlightenment, and renaissance period similar to that during the founding of America or of the Golden Age, whereby the populace comes to an awakening of both spiritual and philosophical principles, do we believe that a transition to anarchism is possible. Whereas we may advocate passive resistance and civil disobedience, we do not condone a violent uprising or overthrow of any sort, as such acts would be unscriptural, immoral, and non-viable. We believe that the gradual progression towards reliance on the state, even in Christian societies, particularly manifested in the United States over the past 100 years or so, has subsequently led to a general moral decline, corresponding to a decreased reliance on God and the Church, coupled with the dilution of God's perfect law into man's imperfect and corrupt law. Over the past couple of centuries, we have seen the human race overcome slavery, apartheid, segregation, a deep-seated and cultural racism, and various other forms of tyranny over mankind at an exponential rate, except for statism. Our goal is the evolution of a truly free society in our lifetime. At first, the idea of Christian anarchism may seem scary. Trust us, the spiritual and intellectual battle has led to many a sleepless night. It may seem radical and even conflicting. It's, however, a very logical, consistent, and simple worldview centered around Jesus Christ and his teachings of love, and has been around in some capacity for generations. In fact, Leo Tolstoy was a Christian anarchist. If you hang around the site for long, you're sure to see Tolstoy touted here and there. We're not classically trained philosophers, political scientists, or ministers. In fact, we hope you will come to view us as, in a sense, layman's philosophers. We realize that, as we too are men of a sinful and imperfect nature, not all of our teachings here will be infinitely perfect, and therefore are subject to slight variations as we grow together spiritually. Please bear with us and join us in this journey to God's kingdom. Thank you all for checking us out. Hope you'll stick around and watch some of our upcoming videos.